Yeah, this video is gonna have no structure whatsoever. Hello everyone, the name's Soulgiven, and people are convinced that I don't take showers because I play Deepwoken. Oh yeah, and welcome to Deepwoken. Well, not really. This is gonna be more of a rant video, but before I start tearing into the Deepwoken community, I need to address some things. Firstly, a very big thank you. Seriously. I put in a lot of work and time into making these videos, and, well, they weren't really doing too well, and I expected my Deepwoken video to flop very badly. Like, I genuinely expected the worst because, well, it's a freaking Roblox game. And while not a bad Roblox game by any means, dare I say comparable to something on Steam, I didn't expect it to do well because I haven't really touched Roblox at all. And I also expected it to fail because, well, no one freaking likes long-form content anymore. People just rather scroll shorts and stuff. And at first, yeah, it wasn't really doing too hot, but then out of nowhere, the algorithm decided to kick in and boosted my video like no other video I've made up to this point, reaching to 1,000 views, which genuinely came out as a shock to me because nothing else at this point has really hit 1,000 views aside from one crappy YouTube short I made. And I was pretty happy with how it turned out. But, the algorithm decided to give me another boost, bumping the video to 7,000 within 2 weeks. I went from around 35 subs to 200. And I'm glad that my video generally entertained a lot of people. It really means the world to me. Now, I won't be a Deepwoken YouTuber solely, but we'll make content every now and then for entertainment. Alright, now let's get into the meat and potatoes. So this was initially going to be a video ranting about how buggy and unbalanced the game is as of right now. Like
I'm Naruto running through the air.
Yeah, the devs test their game. The devs test their game.
But everyone and their mother has already talked about how bad it is. So if you're ever looking for a YouTuber who's complaining about how shit the balance is, go to DanVR, he's good at that. Anyway, Deepwoken's community has garnered this reputation of being insufferable and more toxic than radioactive waste. And I just want to say that it's a small minority. A very, very loud minority. And I feel like it's this group of people specifically who give this game a bad name. Because the game itself is fantastic, but I feel like one of the main detractors of it is the toxic players. Like, let me give you an example. You got a new player coming in just to play the game, and, well, as if the new player experience wasn't bad enough with the horrible guidance and these fucking things, you gotta throw in an additional goddamn freshie gripper who's just here for the sole purpose of pissing on you. Like, they have no reason to do this, they just do it because they're assholes. In fact, you see this in my first Deepwoken video on, like, the 3-minute mark.
So we're supposed to do an event or something, I think. And then after that, we get, like, loots for it. Jesus Christ, dude! What did I do? What did I do, bro? What did I do? No! What did I do? What the hell?
There's legit no justifiable reason as to why they did this. They just did this because they think they're funny. Like, but you don't even get PvP score out of killing someone who's severely underleveled compared to you. Like, why? And the thing is that it feels like they're everywhere, but in reality it's just like you got this one guy who's active 24/7 who's just doing it because they feel like it. Because from an outside perspective, if you hear that you're just gonna get killed by a max level in this game, especially if it's a game that has permadeath, yeah, you'll be immediately disinterested. Like, it feels like they are actively trying to scare away new players. Like, who does this benefit? It doesn't benefit anyone. You're hurting the game and you're making it look bad to everyone else. Like, why? The next kind of player that I really want to address are the people that go, you're bad at the game, or oh, your build is ass, or you need to get good, press F to parry like my friend. Can you respectfully shut the fuck up? At the end of the day, we're all just trying to play a freaking Lego game, and I don't understand why you need to bash me for being ass at the game. Yeah, I know I'm fucking ass at the game. Why do you feel the need to, like, I don't know, I'm trying to look for the right word. Like, they will go like, you are bad at this game, and I need to remind you that you're bad at this game because it helps me feel better about my pathetic basement-dwelling self. I see this often with YouTube videos where a YouTuber would discuss a topic and they would put, like, chime gameplay in the background. And I'd look at the YouTube comments and there'd be a good portion of them who aren't even, like, addressing the topic of discussion that this guy brought up and would much rather instead shit on the gameplay that they're seeing. Like, I don't understand why these players just have this god complex within them. Like, they think they're the second coming of Christ because a hardcore game and anyone that's bad shouldn't even be allowed to play it. Like, gatekeeping much? Seriously, guys. And again, this makes the people who aren't toxic just look bad, and I'm speaking from experience, by the way, because I would have people raising a brow whenever I mention, like, oh, I like Deepwoken, or, you know, show some Deepwoken fan art. I even had some guy, and I'm not misquoting this in the slightest, say, good art, but please play a better game. And I'd be, like, confused, like, why are y'all giving me these passive-aggressive comments, like, why? And then I'd recall, alright, because the community behind Deepwoken has made everyone else look bad. Now, the last thing I want to address is ganking. Now, if you gank in overworld and stuff, yeah, you know, I'm actually fine with that. I don't do it much, but it is definitely fun to engage in glorious melee combat with others, especially if it feels like an all-out war. Unless they're mage builds. Like, these guys legit have the firepower to recreate the events of Hiroshima in 1945. But then there's this one form of ganking that it's just fatherless behavior, guys, come on. Depths ganking. Oh, I know I pissed off a lot of the competitive players with that one. There's only one in-game reason that I can deem this to be okay, and that's if you're progressing Contractor, because it's more of a blame the game, not the player type situation. You kind of have to kill players in the depths who have oaths. But at least when you kill those guys, they get into the second layer, so at least they have a chance to recover. So they get a pass. But then you got people who straight up just do it for no reason. They'll go around the entirety of the depths looking for usually anyone and then killing them with their brain-dead mage build. Then you got some people trying to justify, oh, I don't do it to weak players, I only do it to max levels. That's not really good either, man. Like, hours of progress down the drain. And to anyone, I swear to God, says, it's a permadeath game. It's a permadeath game, expect to die. Yeah, if I die to my own mistakes, to like a monster or something, or to my own stupidity, that makes sense. But when a player with some shitty mage build comes up to me to screw me over, it doesn't really feel fair now, does it? It just feels like I got attacked for no reason by this guy. Like, why? And that's the thing, they do it for no reason. Like, you got some people say, oh, I'm doing it for loot. Bullshit. No legendary weapons are rare anymore. You can make a simple PvE build or do literally any dungeon and you will find it. And anything that is even remotely rare, aka relics or something like that, they can't even be dropped on death. So what's the fucking point? Another thing I want to mention, people say they do it for PvP score, which you can do the same thing in the overworld in a void zone where there's significantly less risk involved. Don't give me that shit. You just do it because you're a dickhead, and at the very least, you, my friend, could admit that, okay? I could go on and on to point out more issues with the community, but like I said, it's just a small minority. This doesn't apply to everyone, and I don't really feel the need to discuss this any further. Am I gonna get a lot of hate for this video? Yeah, probably. Do I give a shit? No, not really. I just really needed to rant about it. Anyway, like, subscribe, share the video around if you enjoyed it, or else I will delay Conquest.